Why does Google remove some content from its index? These 20 practices can explain why Google chooses not to display some web pages. Why does Google remove content from its index? Google chooses to exclude some web pages because not every optimization is a good one, and some content just doesn't provide a good answer for searchers. You may be accidentally publishing spam pages in pursuit of SEO or trying to deceive Google's algorithm. In this column, you'll learn more about 20 different ways you might find your site de-indexed by Google. Practices to avoid to prevent being de-indexed by Google search. Certain SEO techniques can remove your website from Google search. Here are the 20 schemes to avoid so you can rank on the SERPs. Crawl blocking through robots.txt file. You end up removing your URL from Google's search result pages, SERPs, yourself if you have a crawl block in your robots.txt file. Page cannot be crawled or displayed due to robots.txt. Page cannot be crawled or displayed due to robots.txt is a standard error message that appears when your web pages are not crawlable. If you didn't want the page blocked, update your robots.txt file so Google crawlers know to index the page. Spammy pages. Did you know that Google finds over 25 billion spammy pages every day? There are several spam mechanisms Google finds on various websites. According to Google's 2019 web spam report, link spam, user-generated spam, and spam on hacked websites are the top 3 spam trends. If you create suspicious pages to trick users and search engines or leave your comment section unprotected against user-generated spam, you risk removing your URL from Google search results. Keyword stuffing. Keyword stuffing refers to the irrelevant and excessive placement of a specific keyword throughout a content piece. While keyword stuffing might appear an easy way to increase your rankings, you also risk having Google remove your website from search results. Mention your keywords naturally in places like your page URL, post title, metadata, introduction, subheadings, conclusion, and scantily within the body. Overall, each keyword placement should have a relevant context. Duplicate content. Google does not condone duplicate content, whether you copy other websites' content or reuse the content of your web pages. Google removes content that is plagiarized from the SERPs. To avoid that, create unique and relevant content in line with search engine rules. If you must include duplicate content pages on your website, use the X-robot and add a noindex tag and nofollow HTML meta tag. Cloaking. Cloaking is a violation of Google's rules. It will get your website removed from Google search. In cloaking, content delivery depends on who the user agent is. For example, a web page may display text to a search engine bot and images to a human user. In other words, a website's visitors might see images, or even malicious content, while search engines like Google and Bing will see search-optimized content. Sneaky redirects. Google penalizes sneaky redirects as T displays different content to human users than what was forwarded to search engines, similarly to cloaking. You risk removing your URL from Google if your redirect is a manipulative move. Nonetheless, you can use redirects for sending a user. Phishing and malware setup. Google forbids cybercrimes, whether phishing or setting up malware like Trojans and computer viruses. Google's content removal activates if you create malicious web pages. User-generated spam. While user-generated spam might appear on high-ranking websites, excessive user-generated content can lead to Google removing your URL from Google search results. This practice is common on platforms that allow users to access tools and plugins to create their accounts or add comments. Common examples of this spam include comment spam on blogs and forum spam with malicious bots spamming the forum with links to viruses and malware. Link schemes. Link schemes include the act of soliciting link exchanges to increase the number of backlinks and, ultimately, search rankings. These manipulative link building practices such as link farms, private blog networks, and link directories violate Google's SEO guidelines. Google disapproves. Low-quality content. Creating low-quality content can see your content removed from Google search faster than you think. You shouldn't post irrelevant, meaningless, or plagiarized content for keyword ranking or consistency's sake. Take time to write high-quality and original posts that your audience will find helpful. Hidden text or links. Steer clear of using hidden text or links to boost your rankings. It violates Google's rules and might lead to the removal of your URL from Google. Google removes content containing text or links that. Doorway pages. Doorways, also known as portal or bridge pages, are related websites or pages that rank for specific search terms but lead to the same destination once you click. Google penalizes users for doorway pages because the sole aim is to gather huge traffic to a web page while deceiving users with varying search results. Scraped content. Some website owners drag content from high-authority websites to their websites with little to no modification in content. Even if they do modify the content, they do so by replacing the words with their synonyms. While scraped content might disguise as curated content, it violates Google's Webmaster Guidelines and can result in the removal of your website from Google search since it. Low-value affiliate programs. On your WordPress website, you may be running affiliate programs while simply posting the descriptions of the promoted products you find on other platforms. Google considers this behavior a poor content marketing effort, and can remove your URL from Google search as a result. In general, Google removes the content of thin affiliate pages from appearing on the SERPs due to low-quality content. Poor guest posts. Guest posting is a good SEO habit when done right. On the other hand, if you don't set strict guidelines and are publishing low-quality guest posts that link to spammy blogs, Google can de-index and remove your website from search. Spammy structured data markup. Google's structured data guidelines state that you must steer clear of misleading or spammy markup to avoid getting a penalty. Google determines whether a URL will show up in search results and rich snippets using data markup. If it finds irrelevant, manipulative, hidden, or danger-inclined content on your website, Google may remove that content from its index. Automated queries. Sending automated queries from your website to Google can earn you a penalty. Avoid sending queries from bots or automated service to Google to see how your website ranks. It violates Webmaster Guidelines, and Google might de-index and remove your URL from Google search. Excluding web pages in your sitemap. Like metal to a magnet, search engine bots are attracted to sitemaps. Your sitemap helps Google understand your website at a glance by. To remove URLs from Google search results, you can exclude the web pages from the sitemap that you don't want Google indexing. You should still block the page using robots.txt if you really don't want Google finding and indexing it. Also, you can check your Google Search Console account to see how your sitemap performs. Hacked content. Hacked content is a cybersecurity concern. It refers to any content found on your website without your consent, added through a security backdoor, to attack users' privacy or resources. Like website malware, hacked content can result in the removal of your website from Google search. Google removes content like this from search results to ensure users' safe browsing. Final thoughts. Don't inadvertently remove your website from Google search by trying every SEO technique you find on the web. Avoid these 20 practices we've mentioned above, unless you're looking to have specific pages excluded from the index. Google removes content that falls short of its guidelines. Stick to the rules and create quality content that addresses the searcher's intents to keep growing your site's presence in search.